So we've got a Rus mirror on high view coming up between Vegie and Bakmogoon. So Bakmogoon on Rus, Vegie on Rus. And so, how do I go? Oh, here we go. So welcome to high view. Got Vegie spawning as player 1, the blue player on Rus, instantly going for a hunting cabin and a lumber camp and the house. Okay. So that's how you do it, is it? And Bakmogoon gonna do the same. So he's getting the hunting cabin right now. Gonna add the lumber camp and the house. So I haven't actually played or watched a lot of this game, so this will be as new to me as it is to most of you. And sorry guys, I have got a bit of a cold at the moment, been a bit crook. I've been trying to work pretty hard with the castings lately. Had an Age of Mythology tournament last night, the Nakamura's Eternal Frost tournament, which is pretty cool. Anyway, getting back to this one. So Bakmogoon's actually put this right next to the town centre, which is interesting because I mean it's going to impact where you can put farms next to the TC, but perhaps that's not his concern. Meanwhile, Vegie's also done the same here with this house. Perhaps they're more worried about cavalry raids from one another. So Vegie's gonna eat the smallest amount of HP damage to get the gold out of those wolves. So both these players are going to be looking to try and aggro as many wolves as possible and either kite them to death or just taking the fight, or even if they've got sheep, just running back home and having the town centre deal with the tower, because as you see, it's going to give you 25 gold a pop for each wolf you kill. It's even 5 gold for killing the sheep. And then obviously in this matchup, you're robbing your opponent of those resources as well. And then for everyone playing against Rus, you're obviously robbing the Rus players of those resources. So it's mission critical in this one to try and control all the wild animals and all the herdables. Both players having gone up to multiple scouts, to 2 scouts apiece, I think. So yeah, both of them have 2 scouts. There's 2 over here actually, so 2v1. Over here, Bakmogoon's continuing to scout around. A 3rd scout now for Vegie. So we've seen the first bit of the build order difference, I guess, because Bakmogoon already starting Golden Gate. Vegie has got his now. Just slightly delayed, we've got a fight going on now. Not quite. There we go. No way to hide that. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. So I haven't actually casted any AoE 4 content yet. So the Golden Gate's kicking in, we got 5 vills. And 5 vills seems to be the gold number, eh? Still gotta learn that. Score's pretty even at the moment. And both players having gone up to 3 scouts. Age up for Bakmogoon slightly faster. Bringing these vills up because he wants to take this hunting cabin, these deer, I think. What's he doing? Just coming forward. Does he want to go for the boar, perhaps? I know he wants to tear up the sacred. No, Vegie wants to tear up the sacred. While Bakmogoon's going to kill the boar for the 75 gold. But he's going to have to be careful because he's got those 2 low villagers. And the scouts are going to try and pick them off. Oh, okay, so it gives him the gold to go. Well, he wanted the gold. Oh, and then he wanted to trade so he could afford the fortress. So he's going to be able to get his up slightly quicker than Vegie, even though he's brought less vills. Well, I mean, he brought just as many, but he's lost the other two low ones. And he is going to be able to finish this up in time. So we've got a bit of a tower versus tower action here. Intense gameplay, guys. So Bakmogoon making a run for it, but he loses a vill. In the meanwhile, this means Vegie's locked up 8 villages. So he's going to look at bringing them forward. Oh yeah, bringing them out to actually just deal damage by hand, because he'll do slightly more to the building. While Bakmogoon, he's not down without a fight. He's going to control the relic and kill the boar there, perhaps? No, he's decided against that idea. Getting a fortress on his wood line at home. So he's going to try and garrison the fortress now. But fortress versus fortress, he's already well behind on the health. Behind all this, so Vegie's getting a fortress, throwing down the stables. There's no stables yet for Bakmogoon, so if he wants to add more scouts in, it's going to lock up town center time. And I don't think he really wants to, because now that there's a scout, there's a stables, there's probably going to be horsemen on the way. If not knights, like if you can afford them, why not? So Bakmogoon's going to have to do some tricky garrison micro, and even look at taking the arrow slits upgrade, but it's already kicked in here for Vegie, so it's a big commitment to stick to it with an already damaged tower, and he's already lost himself a couple of villages so far. Well, Vegie's prepared to tower up this other relic here. Bakmogoon probably looking to get the boar again, because I mean he's brought 8 villages again this time. So he's going to go straight for the villagers. Spicy vill on vill action here. Well, up here, Bakmogoon not actually doing crazy micro, but he's managed to force Vegie back to try and take the fight. But Vegie does have an extra scout, and it seems as though Vegie's actually, well, someone's aggroed the boar, and it's going to make things a bit tough to deal with. Bakmogoon losing a vill to the boar, and he's having to micro some other vills. They're strong bloody things, but Bakmogoon successful. Gets his 75 gold out of that one, but he's got to work fast, because Vegie, 2 scouts, and his vills, I think he's got slightly less there, but his vills weren't far off building his fort, so the wooden fortress cancelled by Bakmogoon, jettisoning everything out of there. A hunting cabin going down. So there's plenty of food there. I didn't realise they've actually got 2,000 food. But Bakmogoon trying to micro repair through this, because he doesn't want to lose control of this sacred. But this is great, because it gives Vegie 20 gold a minute almost, as well as having so much food there. Like, how much food do the individual deer have? Oh, 350. Quite a bit. And yeah, Vegie, his stable's already out. And now there's the stables down for Bakmogoon. I don't think he's got any cav as of yet. And he's trying to force out a second town centre, which is nice if he can get away with it, but he's going to lose a couple of vills for his trouble here. But now that both the town centres are up, both garrisoned, the cavalry aren't going to be able to stick around, considering it's a pair of scouts, a single horseman. They're not going to be able to torch anything. But speaking of being torched, this tower, it's not long for this world. More garrison micro from Bakmogoon, but he's lost 3 villagers, 4, all 4 of them going down. So that tower really doing the job for Vegie right now. Did I manage to cast the most boring mirror matchup for my first cast for AoE 4? Is that what's happened, guys? Because we've just seen tower on tower action, and that's been it. But hey, there's double town center now. Double TC production here for Bakmogoon. He's well down on score, but he does have double TC production over Vegie. Vegie, in the meanwhile, has got solid army production over his opponents. He's expanded to 2 more military production facilities to his opponent's 1. So Vegie looking to try and end this one soon, I think, possibly. Just do a little bit of a boom and push. Or Bakmogoon looking to do a big boom and tech up, perhaps. So, more hunting cabins. This one's not going to generate much gold though. There's only a single knight here to defend. He doesn't have to do a huge amount considering he's in the TC range. But it won't be long before he can be overrun. Vegie actually adding a blacksmith and another range. To try and extend his production gap at the moment because Bakmogoon's only adding a second stables here, so it'll be 2 stables, 2 range versus just 2 stables. But there is the double TC Vil production here for Bakmogoon, and he's not missing a beat there. He doesn't have his horticulture upgrade yet, but if he can squeeze in the gold, it's going to be tough though, considering he's got double stables, so he's going to be eating up 200 gold every 35 seconds. It's quite hard to save up for. Another nice hunting cabin here for Vegie because he's getting a bit of food, and because it's got this little cluster of trees, it will slowly trickle him a tiny bit of gold as well. But 2 knights raiding Vegie. Very smart. A 3rd on the way over, but it does get singled out by the army of Vegie, and Vegie does have that tower there, so Bakmogoon having to back off. But he does have the numbers advantage here against this single knight in pursuit. So if he matches up with this 3rd of his, he should be able to take this losslessly if he micros it. So, and I think he is gonna... Vegie actually backing out because I think he realizes if he stays to get the kill, he's going to lose the knight himself. And those are 2 quite dangerously low knights for Bakmogoon. So neither player is French. Neither player is going to be able to heal them early on. And Bakmogoon's going to have to be careful to not get in range of anything. Yeah, he's going to drop that knight. And I don't know if he's got enough here to really stick around, because he is going to lose, almost losing another to the range fire. So I do like these cabins because even though they're now useless because there's no food around, they will certainly trickle a little bit of gold. And Vegie, having added the upgrade so that his infantry and archers can make rams, he's added a ram in. Gonna want to try and break the opponent for the greedy 2nd town center. While Bakmogoon, if he can hold on here, he's in a nice spot because he's got the double Vil production, like I said. While Vegie sort of relying on the fact that he can just outproduce his opponent in terms of military. So military stats are all Vegie's way at the moment. In fact, even though Bakmogoon has all that production, all that Vil production, he's just not gathering as efficiently as well as Vegie either. I think he's missed all of his eco upgrades, while Vegie's got double broad axe and doesn't have specialized pick yet. At least Vegie, even though he doesn't have the second town zone, he's got more eco techs over Bakmogoon, who's really only gone for wheelbarrow. So Vegie looking to take a fight here, and he's got a good knight advantage against Bakmogoon, who's going to need to do some tricky Vil micro to try and take down 3 rams, and I'm not sure if it's going to be possible because he's only got the 10 Vils there. This is only a secondary TC, it's not his landmark town center. And so Vegie going to be able to snipe the second TC with ease, and GG. Well played. Bakmogoon taps out. Man, that was a strange one because it was really all just fighting over tower position early on, and then Vegie just masses up an army and pushes. That's crazy, man. Well played to our contestants. Unfortunately, Bakmogoon is out with that, and Vegie, fortunately for him, continues on. Thanks for watching, guys.